Jim Rome says LeBron's retirement tour might be staged. Are the tears real, or just part of the plan?
This dude is not retiring after this season. This dude is not just fading away without getting his flowers. This dude is not just disappearing quietly and strolling off into the sunset. Does any of that sound like LeBag to you? That actually sounds like the anti-bag.
This just shook up one of the biggest stories in the NBA right now. Fans, analysts, and LeBron supporters are all debating the same question. Is this the start of the end for LeBron, or is he planning the most carefully planned farewell in sports history? According to Rome, none of this is accidental. The timing, the emotion, and the way LeBron is leaving the game are all part of strategy. This isn't a legend fading away. It's a brand getting ready for its final act.
Of course LeBron wants a farewell tour. The dude lives for praise. I said it yesterday. No amount of credit is ever going to be enough credit for LeBag. It's like he's a black hole of credit, just sucking in all the credit around him, and it's still never enough. So let's not act like we don't know this guy really well at this point. Let's not act like those crocodile tears were some huge tell that this is the end.
What do you think? Is LeBron really close to retiring, or is this just the start of a masterfully planned farewell tour to control the story one last time? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Thing like a homecoming where you get your ass beat by 30 points in your big emotional return. Am I right, LeBag? Now I'm sure that's just how you drew it up. Return home to Cleveland, score 11 points on 10 shots, and get hammered by 30. But hey, at least there was some good news. The good news being that there was enough garbage time in that blowout for Bronny to almost outscore Pops.
Let's be real. LeBron James isn't like any other superstar. His career has never been just about basketball. It's always been about moments, image, control, and legacy. Every move is intentional. From his big decisions and championship promises to social media posts and a family story with Bronny and Bryce. LeBron has always been playing chess while the sports world reacts. So if people act surprised that his retirement could be staged or carefully packaged, it's like they haven't been paying attention for the last 20 years.
Although I'm not sure LeCap could even see his kid through the buckets, getting the buckets through all those totally legitimate tears. Yeah, the game wasn't about the game though, right? It was about LeBron. The real question is, what were LeBag's tears for? Were the tears for his return to Cleveland, or were they for that beating that Cleveland put on him in that return?
Jim Rue's point is clear. LeBron isn't retiring quietly. The tears don't mean it's over, and this season isn't some accidental last ride. Rome's take is simple but bold. LeBron wants a farewell tour. He deserves it, and he knows exactly how to make it happen on his terms. Not suddenly, not mid-season, not quietly, but in the spotlight. Those hometown tears, all part of the plan.
Those hometown crocodile tears, were they more believable or less believable than Mike McCarthy Yinzer tears? Or whatever LeBron was doing right here. So LeBag is actually the one who is an actor, although his acting career could have also just been described as ruining Space Jam for everybody forever. Look, I'm not just here for any of the waterworks, because I don't buy the supposed reason why last night was so emotionally charged for LeBag in the first place. I mean, are we supposed to believe that he was that emotional because that was his last game in Cleveland?
And looking at LeBron's career, it's hard to ignore this perspective. He's someone who built his success on anticipation. He understands timing better than almost any athlete. He can dominate headlines without saying a word. One post, one quote, one emotional moment, and suddenly everyone is asking, is this it? That kind of reaction isn't accidental. It happens because he's trained the audience to expect something bigger.
If you believe that, you obviously do not know this dude. You obviously have not been paying attention for the past 2 decades. This dude is not retiring after this season. This dude is not just fading away without getting his flowers. This dude is not just disappearing quietly and strolling off into the sunset. Does any of that sound like LeBag to you? That actually sounds like the anti-bag. No. The bag that I know is going to want a full-on farewell tour. He's going to want to go full Kareem.
LeBron's return to Cleveland only added more fuel. The emotional crowd, media speculation, a tough loss. Every reaction, every tear, every expression was analyzed and replayed. That's why some people are skeptical. Some see a legend reflecting on his journey. Others see a carefully staged moment designed to spark retirement rumors without confirming anything, keeping people guessing, talking, and a spotlight on him.
He wants every single arena to make a goodbye event that's all about him. So miss me with those dry tears being about how that was his last game ever in Cleveland and he was just overwhelmed and overcome by the moment. Oh, and that this is his last season. If by last game ever in Cleveland, you mean every home game in Cleveland next year, where he's not in arthritic or sciatic scratch, then sure, that was his last game in Cleveland last night. The only thing that would stop this from happening is Father Time. And did you notice where he said the other day that he had stopped drinking during rehab? Whatever that means. I mean, did you stop drinking or did you stop drinking during rehab? His point was, I'm doing everything I can to push back on Father Time.
Rome goes even further. He questions the idea that LeBron would ever let his career end without a full season celebration. Farewell nights in every arena, tributes from every team, jerseys, video packages, standing ovations, historic recognition. That's not ego, it's tradition. Kobe had it. Wade had it. Durant had it. And LeBron's impact is even bigger. So why would he skip that chapter?
If all of LeGramp's old man ailments overcome him and he just physically can't do it, then this will be it, all right? But the only thing stopping him from getting all of his flowers, which you know he needs and wants and is desperate for, the only thing in my mind that's going to stop him from playing another year is the sciatica.
But here's where it gets tricky. LeBron is still performing at a high level, still putting up big numbers, still competing physically at an age when most players are long retired. So the idea of him stepping away now without getting every last moment out of the game doesn't fit his style. He's not someone who quits early. He's someone who pushes limits until they break.
He's not getting nearly enough attention, nearly enough credit, or nearly the adoration right now that he's going to need. So he's going to make sure he sticks around for a full another year, at least. Full retirement tour. No way this dude walks without throwing himself a season-long going-away party. Now, I want to be clear about this before you say I'm just all about the hate. He deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it if he wants it. Let's just not act like he doesn't desperately want it or that he's going to leave without it. Of course, LeBron wants a farewell tour. The dude lives for praise. I said it yesterday. No amount of credit is ever going to be enough credit for LeBag. It's like he's a black hole of credit, just sucking in all the credit around him, and it's still never enough.
Then there's the family angle. LeBron could play long enough to see Bryce enter the league, cementing the James name across generations. That alone is bigger than a simple retirement. It's something he'd likely want to finish before walking away. And there's the business side. LeBron isn't just an athlete, he's an empire. Media projects, production companies, partnerships, branding, ownership ambitions. All of it makes a farewell tour more than emotional. It's monumental commercially. Every stop, every tribute, every moment adds to the legacy. That's not cynical. It's how modern sports works. Rome's toughest point. LeBron thrives on recognition. No amount of credit ever feels like enough. The greatest athletes don't just want respect. They want proof their place in history matters. After 2 decades of comparisons, criticism, and debates, the final story is everything. This isn't just retirement. It's how the story ends. Will he be remembered as the relentless competitor who defied time, the leader who carried teams across eras, the businessman who redefined athlete power, or the superstar who orchestrated even his final goodbye? That last chapter shapes how everything else is seen.